CJ, ask me a question for me. What my thoughts are about Gardner joining the Eagles.
What do you think about Gardner Johnson joining the Eagles?
Eagles are going to be 17-0, baby, winning the Super Bowl. And guess what? The 1972 Miami Dolphins can kiss my ass.
Let's freaking
Let's go. We're coming.
Yeah, baby. This team is stacked. It's going to be insane. Without further ado, I want to welcome my other two hosts of the show, Mr. Jackson and Zeppelin. How are we doing tonight?
Fantabulous, actually.
Aggressively mediocre.
Aggressively mediocre when we just signed CJ-2K?
Yeah, but
all right.
We got to see how he plays. We don't. I mean, he's a good player, but
I don't like a lot of hype on my team. I don't. We got too
okay,
much.
Mr. Debbie Downer.
No.
All right.
Tom, we're the dogs. We're the underdog, baby. Underdog mentality.
Oh.
All right, Jackson. Well, I'll transfer it to you. You know what time of the night it's for, baby.
yes, sir. It is weekly call-ins. And tonight,
What do I want when I'm in the state of Delaware? Of course, El Diablo Burritos. Customer service always is serving your food with a smile on their face, asking how your day is, but their food is phenomenal as well. Their burritos are out of this world, one of the best burritos in town. Their queso is phenomenal. Their burrito bowls are amazing as well. When you're in and around Delaware, stop by your local El Diablo Burritos and tell them that 302BIRDS sent you. God bless, go Birds.
how do we like that, guys? How do we like that new intro?
I thought Dalton looked good. Your voice is a little nasally, though.
It took me at least 10 tries to get it down, Cat. But without further ado, TJ, I don't really know you, but you're one of Dalton's fraternity brothers. How are we doing tonight?
Hey, fellas, I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much for having me on the show. Really appreciate it. It means a lot. Excited to talk Philly sports with you boys.
What do you think about the Eagles this year? How do you think we're going to be?
Well, I'm excited. This is definitely going to be a tell-all kind of year. You know what I mean? Like, we've got the best defense on paper since, February 2018. I think we've given Jalen Hurts the weapons he needs to succeed. So I think this is a season where, it's kind of make or break for a couple people. I think the people on a team with the most pressure on them right now are probably Jalen Hurts and Gannon. That defense, they're going to have to shape up. I mean, last year they were all right. Could have been better. But, I mean, that year, that Super Bowl year, man, I mean, the Brandon Graham strip sack, man, I want to go back to that, man. That's all I want. And, I mean, having Graham back this year, too, off the injury, like, that's huge, too, So I feel like we're in a real good position now, you know?
Yeah, I think this is going to be our best defense since the Super Bowl run. I think it's what's going to happen. How do you think about the pickup with first off, how do you feel about Jalen Reagor getting the can?
Well, I think that was kind of a long time coming. I mean, he was in a position where there's a lot of scrutiny on him, especially because of, the position he was drafted out of, getting compared to Justin Jefferson all the time and really not producing the same results at all, an insane gap there. So he was kind of in a difficult position to begin with. I'm not really surprised that this is happening, but I think it's the right move for the team. And, best of luck to Jalen Reagor with the rest of his career, wherever that ends up going. Like, just hope he's not killing it for the Dallas Cowboys in 2 years or something. That's all I care about.
For sure.
TJ, what do you think about him playing with like Justin Jefferson now? Because I was thinking about that earlier today, and you guys as well after TJ. Like, it's kind of, and first off, I did notice your jersey, TJ, the Mailata jersey. That's dope. I love that. But what do you think about Justin Jefferson now playing alongside Reagor? Like, do you think that's going to be awkward with all that, or?
Not really, because again, it's like not Justin Jefferson kind of propelling that narrative. It was really, the media, the fans, people scrutinizing like Howie as a GM for the moves he's making. So none of that's really coming from Jefferson. I don't think there's really anything there, really a non-issue, especially because of the skill gap. I think it's just going to be two young guys kind of playing, and maybe Jalen Reagor can learn a thing or two, but it's one of those things where Justin Jefferson's really got it. I don't know, Jalen Reagor obviously skilled enough to make it to the NFL, way better than me. But, compared to Justin Jefferson, I don't know. I don't think there's really anything there.
What do we think about the new pickup, Gardner Johnson? How do you think that's going to fare, for the defense? I know that was a missing spot we had it was a crazy trade when we got rid of Tart and cut him. And then all of a
No, it
sudden,
wasn't. He sucked. He's ass.
what? All of a sudden, then we get this out of the blue. We get Gardner Johnson. What do you think? How do you think he's going to do this year?
That's really exciting. That's really exciting because the secondary is really where we struggled for the longest time. I mean, on defense, we looked good up front for the longest time, aside from a couple issues with penalties from Barnett. But, I mean, we looked good up front. Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham when he wasn't injured, stuff like that going on. And then our secondary was letting us down all the time. They're completely getting burnt, so I'm really excited to see the massive upgrade here. And so that should be great. I mean, you got Slay, Bradbury, you got Gardner Johnson. I mean, that's solid.
For sure. What do you think, how do you think – I know you said earlier that, this is a make or break for Jalen Hurts. Do you think he's done after the season if he doesn't perform or what he's expected to do this year?
No, I wouldn't go that far because, I mean, the team made the playoffs last year. I'm expecting – they will at least make the playoffs again this year. I think the NFC East is ours for the taking. I think the Cowboys are in the weakest position they've been for the last few years, and the Giants and Commanders are obvious non-issues. So I think the division is ours for the taking. That, one seed in the NFC East gets us in the playoffs. I think this is a crucial year where we need to be winning a playoff game, though. But, I mean, Jalen Hurts with playoff experience under his belt already. From last year, Nick Sirianni, same deal, fresh on the job. Getting the playoff experience is awesome. But the team is getting to a point where on paper, it looks like they need to be making a deep run. I mean, we need to be winning at least one playoff game. That the way this team is built, because this kind of thing doesn't last forever, these moves. So I'm a little nervous that way. I don't know if I'd go as far, though, as to say that Jalen Hurts is out. Especially because we've had, this whole thing with Carson Wentz, we don't want it to be this toxic organization, with a high turnover, like you're at your company and everybody's quitting or everybody's leaving to go to a better team, a better job.
QB factory.
Yeah, we don't want to fall into that kind of a situation. So I think we're really going to try and especially because Hurts is young and he's athletic. I mean, he's got a strong arm. He can make the plays when I think the big thing for him is working on his reads. I mean, he's got the mobility. He's athletic. He can make plays. His deep ball could use some work, but he's got a strong arm. So I'm confident that he can develop, and especially now, getting some regularity. Sirianni's system implemented, proven. They made playoffs. Let's build on it. You know what I mean? There's a foundation there. So I'm real excited for this team.
For sure. Dalton, Josh, Tom, KJ, any questions for TJ?
What does TJ stand for?
Tanner Joseph.
All right, yeah. I feel closer knowing that now. Thank you.
Can we call you Giuseppe? It's the Italian version of Joseph.
Yeah, if you want to go for it, it's cool.
You can just say no to him. Don't worry. You can just be like, no, leave me alone.
I just like to be a dumbass. It's fine.
It's all good. All jokes.
Those Delco Italians.
But in all seriousness, though, we do want to thank a fellow Hawk for coming on the show. I know we got a couple Hawks on here. TJ. Hey. But TJ, we want to thank you for coming on, and we're going to move on to what's up.
Before he leaves, was this the guy in your fraternity?
No, I'm not even going to give you the chance to. Yeah. Hey, TJ, how does it sound just replacing Jack on the show tonight? You can just stick around and hang out for him, all right? No, in all seriousness, man, thank you for coming on. We appreciate you, and you gotta come back on. We appreciate the insight,
Absolutely,
too.
man. Anytime, man. Thanks so much for having me, guys. Sweet dreams. God bless.
ODH, suck it, Jack. He did it, too. I saw that at the end, but it's time for everybody's favorite part of the show.
Time for Phillies talk with Ballpark Tommy. Junior Stitch.
This is literally my least favorite part of the show.
It's because you don't have a part yet. That's why. And you don't know baseball. A real man sport.
Hey, I do want to say real quick.
Real men sports.
I do want to say real quick before we get into it, I do want to thank our newest sponsor, Chalkboard, for sponsoring this segment. The brand kind of did it, so I'm going to give it one more time. Watch this. Ready?
Time for Phillies talk with Ballpark Tommy.
All right, you guys got the point. I'm not going to let the whole thing play. But I do want to thank Chalkboard for sponsoring this segment. If you guys haven't, the link is in the YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, every bio. Join the Chalkboard right now. Download the app. It's basically the best version of a sports Discord. It's made for sports bettors. It's made to talk shit with your friends. Download the app. Check it out. But do want to thank them for sponsoring this segment. All right, Tommy, take it away.
All right. First up, Dutch, as usual, we got to talk about the man, the myth, the legend coming back, Mr. Bryce Harper. So, first thing we got talking about this week is him coming back. He played well against the Pirates. We didn't get to see any Bryce bombs like we were hoping for. Like, he had the dramatic comebacks at the AAA level with the Iron Mutts when he was playing. But he did come up with bases loaded. He had a clutch hit, put them ahead with the Pirates, and he looked good against them. It's been a disaster against the Diamondbacks, but tonight's a new night. It's a beautiful part about baseball. You get to play. You get to live to play another day tomorrow, and you don't have to dwell on it for a week.
And the next day. There's like 1,000 games.
There's 162 games.
162.
162. And you know what's crazy about this? Everybody's like, oh, God, like, boo-hoo us. Guys, it's baseball. You're going to lose some games. There's going to be a week where you play bad. The Phillies are still 18-11 in the month of August.
Yep.
It's still 18-11. Yeah, and they just had a bad stretch. Yeah, we lost the Diamondbacks badly twice, and we lost the Pirates. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, I was at the game. He was disappointed.
Yeah, but so I think tonight we get back on track, and you got to think about it. Throwing Bryce Harper back in that lineup after they were grooving and moving, it's shuffling things. They got to get back into it.
I think they will. Exactly. I think so. I mean, you can't be in that much of a drought for this long, and I think the team is going to get their confidence back. I mean, you just can't get swept by the Diamondbacks, and I know. I mean, they got like 61 wins and something around there. But yeah, you got to beat the Diamondbacks. And I know also the team looks like, I mean, these late night games, I mean, it might be affecting them, but they got to get used to it. I mean, because they're going to be playing the Giants next. So,
yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. You guys also have to realize, I think this is their, 8th straight game in a row? How many days off? They haven't had many days off. This is the dog days of summer for them. I think they have 2 days off for the next 3 weeks. It's all back-to-back, and they just jump from Pittsburgh to Arizona. That's a lot. Yeah. I mean, that's a lot. And don't get me wrong, though, our pitching staff's been absolutely atrocious in these couple of games.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's a lot on those guys, mentally and physically.
The hitting actually hasn't been bad. The hitting's actually been a bright spot. They scored, it said 7 the other night and then 5 or 3 last night. So it's not really even the hitting. It's you can't blow a 7-run lead.
Well, you can't give up 2 6-run innings back-to-back. I mean.
Yeah. Like, you can't allow that to happen.
It's just it's frustrating to see sometimes because you see all the talent that's there, but you also have to take a step back sometimes because we're not the Dodgers. We don't have 14 people in our farm system that could come up right now and be at least an impact player somehow. So there's going to be stretches where people are going to be tired. People are going to be inconsistent a little bit, and there's going to be some slips.
But we do have at least a bright spot into the future. We have 3 studs that could potentially make an impact next year.
Oh, Painter, right? Yeah, Painter.
We have Painter.
Yeah.
We have Griff. We have Painter,
Abel, right?
Griff, and who's the other guy?
Abel, right?
Yeah, McAble.
McAble. Yeah.
Yeah. So here,
those guys could be pretty good studs, I feel like. I think out of all those pitchers, I feel like Painter is going to be the most successful out of all of them. But, I mean, we're just got to wait and see. But I think that kid is going to be good.
Painter's also only 19 years old, which is like –
exactly. Like, do you rush him, though? Do we think he's absolutely ready? I think he's still a couple years away. I think at least 2 or 3. We don't even know if he's a starter or a bullpen guy because I think he only has, 3 or 4 pitches right now?
Yes. Yeah. However, I think he needs he's got the same issue as the other two in that they need to be able to control themselves, like have more command. I think Painter's going to end up being a starter. I think he's going to be like the next Roy Halladay type. Cole Hamels too, when you think about it, only had 3 pitches when he came up. He had a fastball, curveball, and he had a changeup. He eventually developed a cutter at the major league level. So like him only having 3 pitches doesn't concern me. It's a matter of, can he go those long innings? And right now, we saw it on the single A, and now we're seeing it on the double A level too. He can go at least 6 innings and have dominant stuff where no one touches him. So, go ahead.
Sorry, my thing is, though, with the 3 pitches, it's a different era. And when Cole Hamels came up, Cole Hamels was dotting. I mean, he was hitting every spot. Do we think he's going to be able to hit those spots? At the same time, it's also a different era where you really need that other pitch because guys are, I mean, they're hitting 100-mile-an-hour fastballs. Not saying consistently, but everything's changed since then.
I mean, do you guys think that Painter could be like a better version of Nola, or like does he not have that ceiling?
Like, I think he's going to be better than Nola.
Yeah,
I think he
so too.
needs to develop. Like, this is why he's 19 years old. He's already at the double A level, which is phenomenal. I think he can. This is the time now for him to develop that other pitch, whether that be a slider, whether it be some sort of knuckleball, another type of curveball, something. He needs to be able to throw that other to develop that other pitch. The other guys, they have those other pitches in their repertoire, or they just don't have the command yet with all those pitches. They all have one thing in common. They can control the fastball, which is why they're dominating. Because most guys can't dominate or control the fastball like most guys like they can at that level. You normally only see it at the major league level.
True. If you can command a fastball in the minor league level, you're going to dominate. If you're spotting up everything, and then you have decent off speed. But once you get to the big leagues, it's totally different.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's tough for me to think sometimes. I am a Phillies fan. I love the Phillies and everything, but we have not been so much of a pitching factory over the years. In my mind, I can really only think of Cole Hamels and Aaron Nola that have really came up and made a serious impact.
And then the other guys are free agent signings because, I mean, if you go back, Cliff Lee was a free agent signing.
He was a free agent signing trade.
Roy Halladay was, or trades. Yeah, trades. Roy Oswalt. I mean, Roy Oswalt was.
Even think more modern. Nick Castellanos, Bryce Harper, or Zach Wheeler, or David Robertson. All these guys who are making major impacts on this team are all signings and trades. We have had one of the worst farm systems.
We can't develop more crap.
Yeah,
correct.
I mean, it's just terrible to see. I mean, you got guys coming up. I remember all the way back when Dominic Brown came up, had that great rookie season, and he just fell off a cliff. He was supposed to be the next stud. With Scott Kingery, he signed a big contract extension when he haven't even made it to the big leagues yet. I don't even think he's on the big league squad anymore. He might have got dropped in the 40-man roster.
Was it John Mayberry as well? Yeah. John Mayberry, remember him too?
Yep, John Mayberry Jr.,
Yep. He was,
and then even like pitching in general, like Eflin was supposed to come up and be a stud. Now, has he been a productive pitcher sometimes? Yeah, but he was supposed to come up and be that guy. And I mean, same with
one bright spot. He was supposed to be our one bright spot, but yet from the Chase Utley trade, his knee, he can't keep his knee healthy for a 162 game season.
I don't know. That's what I'm fearful of. And sometimes I think, is it just best we just try to cut our losses, trade some of these guys to get that impact player that we know will help us next year? Or are we going after for some free agent signings again? But at the same time, do we have that money to spend?
I'm with Casey. I kind of like the idea of like going all in because like Bryce Harper is how old right now? I don't know a ton about baseball, so bear with me. But how old is he right now?
He's
28 or 29,
I believe, or 28.
29.
So I guess until he's probably 33, 34, he'd be in his prime.
Yeah, probably 30. Yeah, well, I mean, baseball, it depends. I mean, crap, Paul Goldschmidt.
Baseball can go longer.
An MVP here.
Yeah, you could still be hitting home run. I mean, look at Albert Pujols now. Albert Pujols is like.
Yeah, that's true.
And
don't bring that up. Sore subject, KJ.
Game's not all around like speed or athleticism. Don't get me wrong. He's a decently athletic guy and everything like that, but his game's not so revolved around that. So he could definitely last a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I think we go all in though. I'm with you, Casey. Like I think I like that first option because I'm like, yes, maybe keep some of these guys that you like, some of these pitchers, because the Phillies are notoriously bad at having pitchers. It feels like recently, like the Eagles have been bad at wide receiver, the Phillies pitching, bullpen. I really like Painter. I don't watch a lot of minor leagues, but I did watch a game, some of his highlights online, and I was like, wow, this guy's pretty good. And the fact that Tom said that he's 19 years old really blows my mind. So I'm excited to see what they can do, but I don't know. I guess. Go ahead.
I'll be honest. These are three guys you just don't trade because I think they're just three generational studs.
Yeah,
like,
that would be stupid if we traded.
We're looking at like the next Clayton Kershaw, the next Roy Halladay, the next.
But how do you know that? How do you know that?
Yeah, because we thought Aaron Nola was going to be.
Because they're in Philly, Casey.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you know that? You don't have a crystal ball. I'm not trying to crap on you.
I agree.
No, I agree. We don't know if
that is just a guessing game. It's all gambling, and a crap ton of times you are not right. Literally, the best GMs are the luckiest dudes or girls or whoever out there. They're just that lucky. I mean, in my opinion, that's how it is.
Well, I agree with you. It's all a big question mark. And speaking of question marks, Jack, I think you have some questions you have to ask us this evening.
Oh, thank you. And real quick, I do want to thank Casey for coming on the show. Casey, we always appreciate you coming to talk Phillies with us. Casey, you want to tell them where they can follow you or plug anything? You all good or?
No,
it's up to you.
I don't need any plugs. I appreciate it, though.
Casey,
we always appreciate you.
I'm going to tear butt apart in golf.
You can see this man on the Elk River on his boat.
Yeah. Is Josh coming with us Sunday?
You
better come golfing with us.
Sunday's TBD. Saturday.
Wow, Jack. Wow. Okay. Maybe I could be TBD. Maybe Jack.
I'm always a TBD, dog. That's
Jack. Blame him.
It would be nice to be a TBD.
Well, we need a fourth person. So if you want to,
I'm down. I'm so down. I'm so down. Please, yes, I'll be there. Wait, Sunday? This Sunday?
Yeah.
We got
302 birds.
I'll tell you after the show.
Weekend plans right now.
I might be at the shore, but thank you, Casey. We appreciate you.
Peace, Casey.
All right, fellas. Like Tom said.
Time for Phillies talk with Ballpark Tommy. Junior Stitch.
Once again, shout out to Chalkboard for sponsoring the show. If you guys haven't already, download their app, join our server. Link is below. But yeah, Jackson, don't you have a question for us, a trivia question for us tonight?
I do. We got to play the intro. I'm not saying if you don't play the intro. So
don't play the intro.
Time for everybody's favorite part of the show, 302 Trivia with your host, Jack Dorden, the mayor of Delaware.
I feel like I'm on Wheel of Fortune. And thank Fantasy Football Network real quick.
I was going to say. Also, we've got a new sponsor, Fantasy Football Network. Appreciate you guys sponsoring us. It means a lot to us. We're growing day by day.
And download their app real quick, too. Download their app, buy the subscription. It's $12.99 a month, guys. It is so worth it. You'll get so much fantasy advice. But take it away, Jack.
Yeah, so you know how we've talked about, Philly sports questions or whatever. This one I came up with today. It's not about Eagles sports or anything like that. The question is, and if you've been on the show with us, listening to us for a while, you would know the answer. The question is, when was 302 Birds established? Month and year. Again, when was 302 Birds established? Month and year. Let us know in the comments, and we'll answer it, end of the show. Again, thank you, Fantasy Football Network, for sponsoring us. Download their app, $12.99 a month. Get a lot of advice from Fantasy Football. So appreciate the sponsorship. It means a lot to us.
Time for everybody's favorite part of the show, 302 Trivia with your host, Jack Dorden, the mayor of Delaware.
Again,
all right, boys.
No, just not my favorite.
Hey, Zach, do you have a segment? Oh, yeah, wait, you don't have a segment.
We're going to talk about some preseason takeaways. Don't look at that sign. It's posted. It's free.
Right. Oh, my God, I'm an idiot.
Dog, you suck, you loser.
I texted you about this.
Go ahead, Zach.
Dyslexia kicked in.
So, I feel like this was, until today, a quiet preseason. Like, I feel like there were really no surprises on the 53-man roster. Like, really not many at all. I feel like everybody, like, there was no player who was like, oh, this guy's balling out, this guy sucks. And I think we're okay with that, right? I don't like having a lot of hype going into the season. That being said, we are for sure the favorites in the NFC East. I don't care if like Sportsbook or whoever, Chalkboard. I don't give a fuck who says we're not. We are.
Chalkboard.
That's our freaking sponsor.
They have
No, I don't care what they say about like.
Hey, they did say that they're with the Eagles though, so that means Zep likes them that much more.
I'm just saying, like I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. All right, I think
Oh,
we have
yeah.
a team. I think everybody should be on this team is on the team. I think our practice squad is fucking fire.
Yeah.
And that's like with our injury history in this city, that's a huge deal. I think our coaches are good. We are in position to win.
Yeah, and I mean,
let's not get too hype on us.
I mean, other than today, like you said, like, you know, it was big question mark still on Reagor on the 53-man roster, but we found out that today he was traded for nothing.
Yes.
And honestly, I think I'm starting to like Howie a lot more. He has made these sneaky decisions, especially getting Gardner Johnson with pretty much giving them nothing. Same with getting rid of Reagor, getting picks. I mean, this dude has made great decisions, you know, and I was pretty excited when we got that notification that Reagor is no longer an Eagle.
You know what Howie proved this offseason?
What was that? His haters.
Well, yeah, he's like fully turned into like a Game of Thrones character, but he like has proven that he is never satisfied. Like it doesn't matter if like he thinks like a position's like okay, like he will trade, be like fuck you, we can make this better. And if the guy just traded for doesn't make the position better, he's gone 2 years. We're gonna trade again. Like we're just gonna we're never satisfied. It's like Will Ferrell in Blades of Glory when he's a sex addict. He says like it doesn't matter how much sex he has, like he's never satisfied. That's Howie in the front office. He's a sex addict. He's never satisfied. But with free agents,
for sure. And I mean, like
that's Howie.
There's not that many question marks, you know, on the 53-man roster. I think our offensive, you know, strength is good. Our quarterbacks are good. We got in book.
I feel like we have a
lot you know you like that one, Jordan. Little Ian book action, eh?
Book.
Yeah, no, he's kind of trash. But we have a lot of depth. Like, every position has depth once.
Not running back, though.
Running back.
Oh, dude, it could soon though. Do not count out Kareem Hunt. Like Zap said, Howie is like a sex addict this year. He is never satisfied. He's a dog.
Well, we could get Madison from the Vikings.
We could.
We could.
I think it's more likely to get Madison than.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think we most likely will get Madison more likely than getting Kareem Hunt.
I have a conspiracy theory between the Reagor, Madison, Vikings, Justin Jefferson thing, but I'll save it for the Reagor segment because it's you guys are gonna be balls deep in this.
I love you, KJ.
Wait.
KJ's my sound effects guy.
Tom, how do you feel?
What the heck's going on?
How are you feeling about this post preseason? How are you feeling?
This post preseason?
I'm dyslexic, okay?
Oh, I'm feeling amped up. After seeing this so let's go around at like all their position groups. The only question, like quarterback stud, wide receiver stud, O-line stud, running back studish.
No, Tom, they're not studs. It's
fine. They're dogs. Happy
dog. Offensive line, dog.
Defensive line,
dog.
Sexier than Josh Zepp. Linebackers, dogs. Hugs. D-backs, dogs. Dogs. Hugs. They're all dogs. Hugs. They're all great. Like the only question I have is Marcus Epps. That's my only real question. And if they can get away with not having like a true like power back to like for those short yard situations, because they don't really trust Jalen Hurts to sneak it in those big pile-ons, and it's when you just need a 1 yard game when it's like 4th and inches, and they don't have a power back. So what do you do then? Because he's not like a flamethrower of a quarterback. That's my question mark, is for those short yard situations when I think about it this year. That's my only like real critique of this Eagles roster. But other than that, I'm psyched for this season. Hopefully with guys like A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, Quez Watkins, we don't have to worry about that because guess what? Those dogs are going to be catching bomb, and bombs away.
It's like Hiroshima all over again. Sorry.
Oh my God.
KJ, what are you thinking about the post preseason?
I'm pretty excited for this season. Wait, what's up?
KJ, what are you thinking about the post preseason?
Yes, thank you. All right. So, let's say I heard people talking, so I was like, all right. So, honestly, what I saw, I mean, the roster cuts we made, I think they were the right moves. I think, honestly, as Tommy was saying and Zep was saying, there wasn't any real surprises to the roster cuts. Yeah, Devin Allen, I mean, he had one play in the preseason, and everybody was like, oh, he's got to make the team. He's going to make the team. No, it's one play. And also, that guy who threw him the ball also got cut as well. So, I mean, here's the thing. I think this
Practice squad. The Red practice squad.
Yeah, practice squad. Yeah, Devin Allen's in the practice squad, though. And I'm happy that Kane is as well. I'm very happy that Deion Kane is still part of this organization. And if we need to, I mean, we could honestly bring him up. I think actually that is a possible option, to be honest. I think Deion Kane will be bumped up. I do think he will be on the roster in maybe a couple weeks, maybe go like week 5 or something like that. He'll be on the roster. I think so. But yeah, I'm excited. I think as Tom was saying, I mean, we got studs everywhere. And I think the NFC East, it's really just going to be us and the Cowboys, I really feel like. And I know the Cowboys really didn't make any off-season noise, really, except for like Anthony Barr. But I still think the Cowboys and us, it's going to be a dogfight for sure. But I think we got a little bit of the edge. But it really depends on this guy, Jalen Hurts. If he can really ball out and show that he can play in this league and just silence the doubters, I think we'll be pretty good and we'll make the playoffs.
No, that's what. He's gonna silence the haters. He's gonna slap him across the face and tell him to shut the hell up. Because no, Jalen Hurts is taking this team to the NFC Championship minimum next year. It's gonna be. That's how it happens in the NFL. You don't see it coming. You call a man crazy. You call a man brash. But then it happens. Nobody saw it coming when Carson Wentz went. Nobody saw it coming last year when Joe Burrow went. Everybody counted out the Bengals. Do not count out the Philadelphia Eagles. I would love to see the Eagles beat up on the Cowboys in the playoffs.
Oh, that would be awesome.
And to also see the Eagles beat up on the Bucs in the playoffs. That's me personally.
Well, I think we need revenge from 2010 and beat the Cowboys 3 times in one season.
Oh, geez. Well, that would be like a freaking going to Disney World for you. The only thing that would be better than that would be like if we swept the Mets the whole year for this. As Zep once said, Salucci's wet dream.
I know.
Hey, Dalton.
Huh?
You know who we can count out?
What?
Tartan, Anthony Harris, because they got cut.
Yeah.
That's a little insensitive.
Do you think that was too soon, though, Zep? Any of those? Like, are you really believing in Epps because your fucking boy next to you is?
I do not believe in Epps. I believe in Gardner Johnson, even though he's played a lot of nickel. But actually, I take that back. I don't disbelieve in Epps. Me, personally, I would have kept Harris and cut Epps. But, you know, I'm a 23-year-old idiot, and the people who made those decisions are in the NFL. So I'm going to trust that they're smarter than me. I know that's a very open-minded thing.
Yeah, right.
I disagree with it, but, you know, people are very high on Marcus Epps. I don't know why. I don't see it. I think he's trash in every part of his game. But
because he has tats, bro, and he looks cool. He's chill. He's like that.
I have to disagree with Zap. I was surprised.
Influenced by the tattoos.
I was surprised to see Tart go. I thought he was going to, you know, have a spot on the roster. But like I said, that was before we knew about what just happened yesterday and today. So, I mean, I think, yeah, we got Gardner Johnson. I think we'll be safe on our, cornerbacks and safeties. But, I mean,
wait 1 second. Charles just texted me, guys. Harris is on the practice squad now.
Yeah, he is. I
didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he is on the practice squad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still, you know.
You read my text. I texted you that too today.
You know, but
it's been a day.
Calm down.
I know.
I think it's Epps year. I think this is Epps year. I think he's gonna have. I want to say he's gonna have at least 3 picks this season, and I think he's gonna play out of his mind this season.
Okay, and then when you stop playing Madden, we can talk about real life.
You know what? We can make it right now.
We can make a wager.
He's gonna have 3 picks this year.
What if he doesn't? What are you doing?
Under said 3.
I'm saying he's gonna have 3. You can say he's either gonna be under or that's it. Unless you want to do it.
What do you think, KJ?
I think for under or over? Or are you talking about the
under over?
I honestly think he might be over. And here's the thing. Here's why. And I know Zepp's probably like pulling his hair out right now, saying, "Why do you believe in
what hair? What hair does he have?
Not with this hair.
What hair?
AJ, not with this
what hair does he have?
Okay. I wasn't trying to go. It was a figure of speech. But honestly, Marcus Epps, as Jack was saying, I actually saw some positives from Marcus Epps last year. I felt like his tackling was pretty impressive for, his experience that he's had in the NFL. I think he's a hard hitter, and when he wants to be, he could be a ball hawk, and he could dive for that interception. So I would love to see him have some more snaps for sure. And for him to be the starting safety for sure, that'd be great. But honestly, I think Anthony Harris would have been the better starting safety because he's kind of been the starting safety. He was last year. But, I was surprised. Yeah.
He wasn't asked to do much, but I thought he played fine.
You know what? Who Epps reminds me a lot of? Jalen Mills.
Jalen Mills was a kind of a beast when he's at the Eagles.
People were saying recently that this new guy
he was phenomenal the Super Bowl year, and then besides that, sucked. Like he got burned left and right. That's what I feel like.
He was a safety though. He didn't have the speed to play on the outside.
Here's the thing though. I think Tart kind of was like, yeah, he sucked in coverage, but he had a couple good hits in the preseason where you were like, damn. Like I kind of would have kept Tart on the practice squad and Anthony Harris starting and cut Epps if it was up to me. If you have a start bench cut with Marcus Epps, Jaquiski Tart, if I pronounce that right, and Anthony Harris, I am starting probably Harris. I'm benching Tart and I'm cutting Harris. I'm cutting Epps. Sorry.
Those same 3, but fuck, marry, kill.
Okay, fuck, marry, kill. I do like this, Sepp. Okay, fuck, marry, kill of Tart, Harris, and Epps. I'd probably fuck Epps because he's got the tats. He's easily influenceable. That's why Jack Dordan likes him, is because he has a freaking sleeve. Jack's like, whoa, this guy's edgy. No, I'm just kidding. Epps, fuck. Mary, probably Anthony Harris. He's a great guy. Did a lot of great stuff off the field last year. Stand-up guy. I'm going with Harris. And then kill Tart. I just never had a connection with him. He's a hard hitter. I'm a lover, not a fighter, Tart. So, I'm not messing with you like that. What about you, Zeb?
Is there called Tart or something like that?
But no, in all seriousness, though, like we need more depth at the safety position. I do think that going out and getting Gardner Johnson's great, but there's 2 safeties on the field.
Yeah, I just didn't see the whole thing behind it, like of them releasing both Harris and Tart when we really need a safety. We got Gardner Johnson, don't get me wrong, and that guy's a ball hawk, and I'm excited for him. But Harris, I know Harris and Tart didn't look well, and they didn't look like they were going to be ready for the season. And I know we were talking about Tart not being exactly ready, and he was missing a lot of reads, missing a lot of tackles and stuff like that. But, yeah, I did see Tart making this team, and it was surprising. And I made a take on our channel for TikTok, and I had people saying, oh, you didn't watch any of it. I did watch it. I just thought Tart was honestly just getting into it with preseason. And he was getting used to the whole team. So that's what I saw from it.
All right, guys. So we did have a lot of moves in the free agency. One of the ones that I would still really, really like to see is moving this guy to the Dallas Cowboys. Why not, Tom? Why? Tell us.
Why would you want to see that?
Why would you want to trade a guy that, while Dillard hasn't lived up to what we were hoping for, why would you give Dallas the one thing that's going to be their Achilles heel for half the season? Why would you want to fill that void for him? Your biggest rival. Why? And the team that you're going to have to fight for first place against, why give them a good replacement and a suitable replacement for 6 to 7 weeks? Why would you do that to yourself? Think about that for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And Tom, I definitely am in the same page on you because as we saw, what's his face got injured, and like you said, their Achilles heel is missing the tackle.
Yes,
missing that tackle. So yeah, I agree. Why would we give an edge to our division rival who we're going to fight for first place? Why not just either put him in the practice squad or just keep him on the team for the year and then.
For depth purposes, how many guys on our O-line got hurt last year too?
That's what we want. Our O-line always gets. I mean, our O-line is really elite right now. It's one of the better O-lines in the league. But yeah, we're gonna need some backups for sure. And I think losing Dillard is gonna hurt us. I feel like, and I mean, I know Dillard is, as we said before, Dillard is not what we thought he was gonna be. But yeah, I mean, I don't think you should trade Dillard at all. I really don't.
Yeah, I want to see the Cowboys struggle. I want to see them struggle.
I do want to see him struggle, and that's why you ship his ass down there. He's a bum. We got rid of what's his name? We got rid of JJ Arcega-Whiteside. Then we got rid of Jalen Reagor. It's the last of the evil triangle. It's time to get rid of Dillard. I do hear your guys' point about depth, but they got depth, man. They got so much of it. They can put some of these guys that are so athletic. If a guard gets injured, I wouldn't mind if Kelsey's back, putting Juergens at a guard position and just letting him go out there and dominate temporarily.
Dickerson, I mean.
Well, Dickerson, I think, should be starting in the first place at left guard. But Dillard, man, I think if you can get a good return on him and maybe, dude, let the Wizard keep doing Wizard things. We were all confused about when he was releasing safeties. Then CJ-2K-GJ comes home. Yeah, that sounded good, right?
I wouldn't trade Dillard to the Cowboys for a first-round pick.
Really?
Fuck
My
them.
issue is the team he's landing.
But he's not a tackle. He's a guard. He's a guard, and I feel like they just invested in that one guy.
We would trade one of our picks we got from the Vikings today. I would probably say that's what we would do. I do not think he's worth a first-round pick or anything like that. He's maybe worth maybe a fourth round or fifth.
Oh, he's not. He's not. But I would just – the Cowboys need to sink. I just wouldn't give them any help.
Yeah.
The Cowboys need to be the Commanders and Giants in our division.
Also, like, Dillard is not on the same page as Reagor and JJ Arcega-Whiteside picks.
Those two were completely incompetent. He at least knows what he's doing on the offensive line. He wasn't a complete liability.
You know what's crazy? It's we traded Arcega-Whiteside, and what he get? He got cut from the Seahawks. So
yeah, we also. What was his name? Uzu or whatever his name was. The guy we got in the trade. We released him like a day after, apparently.
Something like that.
Or we traded him the Titans or something. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. I forget. We got like a 6th round pick that we then used to flip to get to Johnson.
Right.
To get the extra capital.
Oh my gosh.
No, I still want to get a return. It's good riddance. It's like what Howie did. Maybe not the Cowboys, but somewhere else.
Okay,
at least.
Yeah. If you're talking about
not the Cowboys, I don't want to get
from any other team. My issue.
I want to kick his ass every year. I want to see Jordan Davis run his ass in the dirt.
Yeah, I would love that.
I would love that too. Just not like if that were if I thought that was really the true reality of the situation, I'd be ship him to Dallas. I wanted Jalen Reagor to go to Dallas. Are you kidding me? If Jalen Reagor went to Dallas, that'd be amazing.
I would be out there at starting safety, and I would lay him out. What number would you wear? Like number? You would have a letter for your number. Question mark. No, a question mark is amazing. Salucci, the wild card. Boom. And speaking of safety. The Eagle has landed, Tom. Give us that speech that you gave us in the beginning of the show. Tell them what this does for this defense.
I think it solidifies, gives them their final piece that they needed. This team's going 17-0. I'm sounding like my Dallas counterparts now. Now I'm going to be that delusional fan. We're going 17-0. We're winning the Super Bowl, baby. This is our year, baby.
Yeah.
The 72 Dolphins and Don Shula can kiss my ass.
Woo! No, in all seriousness, though. Hey, B-Dog,
Let's go. We're going credit DNL. Watch out. Watch out.
KJ.
You heard it from Tommy.
I think we just had a transformer as an NFL player enter the screen. That was pretty cool. But no, in all seriousness, this guy, like, I love his personality. If you guys haven't seen that video with Tom Brady, roll the film right now on the TikTok. You'll see that later. The point is, that film is hilarious. Like, he's getting in his face. He's talking shit. And Tom Brady's like, fuck you, bitch. Like, he's getting mad. And he gets in his face. And Tom Brady's like I really, really like this guy's personality, and that's why I want to play. I want to play Dallas in the playoffs first, and then I want to play the Bucs in the divisional, and then I think we would probably lose to the Rams in the NFC Championship. Being all 100% transparent, that's my prediction for this year. Jack,
his grandfather is a huge Eagles fan, apparently.
I didn't know that. That's dope.
Yeah. So, like Tommy said, I think this has solidified our safety position that we had a missing piece to. This guy's young. He hasn't been in the league that long. He's been in the league, this is going to be his 5th year?
2 years, yeah. I think he's been for 2 years.
So keep this man on the team. And, I mean, good thing we got him young. Like, he's young and not an old guy. So he's going to – if he plays well this year, he's going to be there for years to come. This guy is when I saw this, I thought it was fake news, but I'm glad we got this guy. I'm excited to see what he does. And like you said, Dalton, I love his personality, how he talks his shit, but he shows what he can do after talking shit. So this man is a legend.
I mean, 3 picks in 2021 speaks alone for itself. I mean, that's pretty solid.
Right.
Yeah, he did do that as a nickel, though. He hasn't played a lot of safety. That's the only thing that worries me about him. But not so much worry me about him. It's just like, he was drafted as a safety, and then he moved to that nickel position, so he's going to have to get used to playing safety. But again, in defense, safeties don't have to do too much, so it'll be good. It'll be easy to get him acclimated to the defense.
Well, Zep, you also forget we don't use defensive schemes in his defense.
I know.
Okay.
I did a 180 on Gannon. I actually like Gannon's defense.
I don't like
that. I'm like subpar to him now. Jack, how do you feel about Gannon?
I mean, we'll see. Hopefully he's changed his scheme from last year to something that's, a solid defense into, not having a scheme at all, just, going balls to the wall. And we'll see how that worked out. Not well, so.
Gannon's scheme is like freaking Salucci's number on the football field. The question mark.
The Ridley.
Yeah,
anyway, no. This guy's going to be a stud. I can't wait for him. Anybody else got anything else to say, or should we roll to the next segment?
No, he's a beast. Maybe.
We're ready.
He got Michael Thomas to punch him, so that's worth something.
It feels like even though CJ-2K-GJ was very exciting and should have been the most exciting news in Philadelphia this week, it wasn't the most exciting news. What trumped it, what finessed it, was Howard, Fleece, Finesse, Roseman. Jalen Reagor. You know what? Actually, I'm going to let someone else do this because I think that they would do a better job than me. Please, you know who you are. Please, please, please do it.
All right. I watch a lot of TV with a lot of backstabbing. This is totally what went down. Howie told Jalen, he's like, you got one last chance to be a Philly legend. I'm going to trade you to Minnesota. All right.
Can we get a role play real quick? Can you pretend that Josh is Jalen Reagor and you're Howie? Please.
Wait,
look at each other. You're sitting in the front office. You're sitting in the front office. Say it to him, Howie.
All right. This is how it went down. He's like,
look deep into each other's eyes.
No, that's because that's not how it went down, Tom. Jesus, they're not about to make out. All right. I'm going to trade you to the Vikings. The first day you're in the cafeteria with Justin Jefferson, you shank him in the back of the head. All right,
but, bro, I was a first-round pick.
You're going to take him out, and you're going to be a Philly legend. All right? Reagor is totally going to kill Justin Jefferson in the cafeteria line. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be the best comeback story Philly has ever had, all right? And he's going to be a Philly legend without ever doing anything important on the field. That's totally what happened here.
You think so?
Jalen Reagor?
Jalen Reagor is going to take out Justin Jefferson.
You should have got some hush money too.
He definitely did. He definitely did.
Sense.
Why do you think we had to cut Anthony Harris?
True.
That's where all that money came from. Couldn't pay that salary.
Jalen Reagor, get the fuck out. It feels so good to say that. I'm so glad he's gone. I mean, even when we went to preseason training camp, KJ. Remember, he was literally just sitting there. He wasn't even practicing. He was just sitting there. And it just felt like we knew he was going to get traded. And it's finally done. He's finally gone. Bye. Bye. It's good riddance. It's funny because he's going to be playing in the stadium that we won a Super Bowl in. I don't think he's got a ring, though. No, he doesn't.
He does not.
He doesn't. And he's also, like, playing with the man who stole everything. I will say, I always felt bad for Jalen Reagor. Like, it wasn't his fault. He was a first-round pick. It wasn't his fault. He went to the Eagles right before Justin Jefferson. I feel like he always tried his hardest. He was just, like, just not good. Like, just not good with us at all. He always had those, like, shit time, like, end of the fourth quarter touchdowns and, like, just to pad his stats. But, yeah, just really, really only 2 plays. The first.
He was always an enigma as to why we drafted him where we did.
I think Howie just got really high that night. Like, I think he was just, like, maybe, like, feeling the whiskey a little too much. Maybe.
Had a 4-finger night instead of a 2-finger night.
Yeah, he said, like, this draft's
I'm
online.
not a whiskey guy, so I'll take your word for it.
He was honestly like a Nelson Aguilar 2.0. Like, we thought he was going to be decent, and he just turned out to be straight up trash. And I know Nelson had that 1 year in 2017, but honestly, yeah, Jalen Reagor was just a disappointment in general. He really was. And it's amazing to honestly have this feeling and notice that he's gone. So it's still like processing in my mind that this guy is not going to be on the team.
He's got to be happy too.
I mean, what solidified it for me was last year when he dropped that punt.
And the Giants game when he dropped that catch.
Exactly. I mean, hear me out. It's been a long time coming. I'm glad he's out. We've been wanting this to happen for a while, and like I said earlier, I was surprised that he was still on the 53-man roster a day ago. But I'm glad that he's finally gone because he was just a cancer to the team and didn't really do much since he's been drafted. I'm not sure if he had maybe played well in the preseason when he got drafted, but other than that, he's just been a wasted spot.
Pretty mid-ski.
Exactly.
The funny thing is, like, his first game, he had like that huge reception.
Whatever.
So we were like, oh,
wait, so
great pick.
And then remember that one catch against the Patriots that he had, that one-handed catch where we were like, oh my God, this guy might be like the next stud wide receiver. Nope. Just absolutely soiled expectations.
He ruined
the bed.
Yep. He ruined the number 18 because the last person to wear that was Jason Devon, right?
No, Macklin, baby, Macklin.
Jason Devon was 81.
Yeah, you gotta flip it around.
Sad, Tom.
You dyslexic mofo.
Dyslexia is not a joke. Yeah.
Hey, yeah, dyslexia is a joke. Anybody who has dyslexia is a complete nerd.
It's not a joke. You know what, Dalton? You make fun of nerds, man. Come on, don't do that.
Yeah, Josh and I.
Anybody who has dyslexia and has 4 eyes and wears blue shirts and has a green background, nerd.
That was just a Mad Lib sentence.
Yeah,
that was a good one though. Yeah. But does anybody else have anything else to say about this segment, or should we roll it to the next one?
I just hope Rager's happy.
Shut up. Adios,
Reagor. See you later, you bum. Get the freak out of Philly.
I hope for nothing but the best. And I have good thoughts and prayers for him. Amen.
All right, boys. Time to roll it to the final segment. I had some interesting answers with these. I was surprised by some of them. Some of these answers.
Hold up.
Yes, sir. You're right.
Time for everybody's favorite part of the show, 302 Trivia, with your host, Jack Dorden, the mayor of Delaware.
Again, thank you, Fantasy Football Network, for sponsoring us. The question again was, when was 302 Birds established? Month and year. Why did you just do that? Again, when was 302 Birds established and month and year? And the answer is August of 2021. Look at us now. The only TikTok to get followed by one of the only TikToks to get followed by the Eagles. We got 3 sponsors now. We're blowing up. So, again, thank you to everyone who's watched the show from day one to now. And finally, thank you, Fantasy Football Network, for sponsoring the segment. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Jackson. August of 2021, 1 year ago today. And Jack, looking back on your life, looking back on some of your younger years, why? Actually, we'll kick it to Josh first. Josh gave me a very bland answer. Josh, why don't you tell him what it was?
I just said coconut stuff because I just don't like the taste of coconut. That's literally it. I drink any liquor, any alcohol.
Liquor, you barely know her.
I had to get that one out.
Jokester,
That's
Jack.
it.
Yeah, no, mine was tequila because I had a bad experience with that. Fireball.
What kind of tequila was it, though? What kind of tequila?
It was silver. I think it was. No, it was Patron. It was Patron.
Ooh.
So, yeah, anytime I smell that, I get sick to my stomach and I want to yak. And also,
true.
Fireball. Bad experience with that for sure when I was in my fraternity. And then Mad Dog. I didn't say this, but Mad Dog was a bad experience because when I played rugby in college, the rookies they had to finish a Mad Dog.
Do it, Jordan.
In like a 30-minute, and it was a big Mad Dog, and a 30-minute bus ride from the game, and that shit made me sick.
Here's my opinion on this, and I said this today in the group chat. If you get your ass kicked by a liquor and you just never drink it again, like you're just a bitch. Like you have to reclaim your throne as like being a man. Like you have to reclaim.
No, you don't.
Yes.
You really don't.
Yes.
Shut up, Tequila Pineapple.
Yeah, I know.
Tequila pineapple.
I drink tequila all the time, and like Jack like can't be around me when I drink it.
Yeah, no,
he audibly gags.
So I'm going to tell a story to you guys. Mad Dog 2020 is mine. I can't smell the blue raspberry one. I thought it would be good. When I was getting into a certain club, I was hanging out. I had to drink it, but I didn't really drink it. I ended up pouring out like half of it in the tub because that wouldn't have been good. But anyway, long story short, the point is when I did it in Delaware, it was not a good experience. Like now I can't even smell it. I can't even fathom it. The blue raspberry, the orange, it's just like literally like just rubbing alcohol juice pretty much. Mad Dog 2020, anybody who actually goes out of their way to drink Mad Dog 2020 and anybody who can actually drink Mad Dog 2020 in a short period of time, you are built different, my friend, because that stuff is literally like a melted ice pop. And then you just have the rest of it rubbing alcohol in that bottle. It is disgusting, in my opinion.
I like Mad Dog.
I can't drink it. What flavor do you like the best?
I like the blue one.
Ugh, oh, my God. Keep it away from me.
Yeah.
See, Josh, that's the difference between you and me. I'm a man of taste now, whereas you still.
UV is blue. I'm a man of taste.
Well, that's because when we were in college, I've changed since I've graduated from college, Dutchie. Hey, my college days, the UV blue was all the wave. We would
Blue wave.
Riding the wave.
Danny Matrango.
Gnarly kids, gnarly.
Hey, our favorite Sixers analyst, Gregory Fernandez.
Slacker.
Yeah, we would all ride the wave together. Well, I would be sipping on some lemonade with it and stuff like that, mix it together. But now I'm a man of class, Josh, and I had to upgrade my vodka. So, man of class now.
Would it be classy, Tom?
I had to upgrade to like Grey Goose and stuff like that.
KJ, yours blows my mind because if the mountain's blue, you got to drink.
Oh,
I don't know what it is with me and Coors, but I've had it was a little experience I had back.
I think they use rice instead of normal barley and hops.
Yeah, that's what it was too. There's something. It does taste like rice. It does. I'll tell you that. Yeah, just something about it. I don't know what it is, but it's just really bland to me, and I've never really been a fan of it. I'm more of a
just water. That's all it is.
What's up?
I'd rather a Bud. It's just water. I'd rather that than. I'd rather Bud Light than that. I feel like I'm getting hydrated as I drink Coors.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but that's the thing about beer, though. I mean, you kind of want to have something that's just not just water, though. So, I mean, yeah, that's how I feel about Coors, though. I mean, no hate on them, but that's just my story with it.
That's just where you stand.
Yeah.
What about Bud Light? Do you drink what's your favorite beer?
Honestly, for me, yeah, Bud Light's not bad. I like Bud Light Lime.
Bud Light.
Bud Light Lime's pretty good. I go for that.
Are you like Are you an IPA person, KJ?
No, I'm not really.
You're not big. See, like me, I'm a big Yards fan. Like, I either go Yards or Conshohocken Brewing or Cape May Brewing. So,
right. You know, I haven't got linked onto the Yards yet, but maybe you'll get me into it.
What the hell is Yards?
It's a Philadelphia brewing company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've heard of it though.
I would say start with their pale ale because that's kind of like the closest to like the larger brews that you're used to, like Bud Light and Miller Lite and stuff like that. So
I'm not the brewery guy. I'll drink them, but like there's too much science going on behind those that everybody wants to talk to me about.
Oh, I love the science. I'm a nerd.
I know.
Yeah. That's science, guy.
I just want to drink.
Tell him what it is, Jackson. Tell him what it is. Look at him in the eyes. Give me a final role play since you guys role played for us tonight. Give me one last one and tell him. End it. End it.
It's a outro, not a you motherfucker.
IPAs are the best beer. Let's be honest.
Adios, Jalen Reagor. See you later. Well,
good riddance. Adios.
Jersey Shore sucks.